Well, welcome along to another episode. As you can see, we're taking a revisit on A Week with Timbo, the Friday episode. I decided to do this is because this is one of my favourite episodes that I recorded, and the algorithm in YouTube haven't really given it the appreciation that it needs. So I'm going to revisit it, but we're going to take a look at it. So I'm going to be watching it with you guys and girls, and I explained things a little bit differently to what I would have when I was recording it. So, seeing it from an outside perspective, seeing it from something a little bit further down the line, and paying a bit of memory, paying a bit of respect to the memory of what I got of this day as well. You know what I mean? Because it was a frantic day, So let's watch this together. So good morning, welcome along to the final episode of this 5-part series. That sounds good, doesn't it? 5-part series. So it's Friday, and as you can see, we got a 13-ton excavator on, and we have a 9-ton dumper on to go up to Barlow Burrows or something like that it's called. Let's have a look. Go up to Braunton Burrows. Braunton Burrows is just outside Barnstable. Now I say with the episode, so this week it was quite manic to record it for the week. I've asked people if do it again, but it was so hectic. I'd record enough episodes to cover myself, record this episode for the weekend. So like I had to go back, record this entire week, but have episodes in the bank end, so to speak, so that I could have time to edit this while they were being aired. So it was a week of recording. I think it was edited over 2 weekends. So I had to get a lot of videos ahead of myself beforehand, and then get this up and thing. It was manic, and I haven't done it since that because it was so manic. I even done an episode where everything was put together. So Monday to Friday, you could watch it. That's in there. I'll pop the link up now for this episode, and then I'll pop a link up for the other episode as well, the full week. But this is my favourite of the week. This is the one which is stuck in my memory a bit longer. As we go up to Barnstable, we deliver this machine down a very tight lane, and then later on in the episode, then we go near Clumpton, and we end up on this solar farm, and it's just like you shouldn't even be down there, and it's just manic as the episode goes on. But it's a shame how YouTube the algorithm just didn't pick this up all that well and give it the appreciation it needs, which has happened to quite a few of my videos, where I think they'll do well, they don't. And the ones which do well, I think won't, if you know what I mean. Let's get back to the episode anyway. If they're going to be there, hopefully they are. That'll be our final one, and then just make our way home through the massacre of all the traffic. But it's Braunton Burrows. It's basically marshland it is, but the military use it. They have done since before the Second World War. And if you look at it on Google Maps and zoom in, you'll actually see that they made out of concrete, like what would have been towed into D-Day. The troop carriers, that sort of thing. So then they could practice exiting them in, ready for D-Day, exiting the ships as best as they could, under the extreme circumstances that they were under with enemy fire. So yeah, you could still see them, and you could still go up, and I think you could still go and visit them, if I'm honest. I haven't been there myself, I just know about it. It'd be cool if you could go and see them. That's some proper history there, Don't normally like the rain. However, on a bank holiday weekend, this can be a good thing, because if it's like this all day, then a lot of people will just say, all right, we're not going to do what we were going to do today. And the day trippers don't tend to go anywhere. It didn't turn out like that, to be honest. It was manic getting back. Just typical M5 traffic getting back later. You'll see it later on. It was just a rush to get home. Barnstable on the right hand side. It's a bit of a weird roundabout, this one. It's not quite a roundabout, it's more of a oval square sort of thing, this roundabout. There's another yawn. When I first started doing these episodes, I tried to be a bit better on my yawning, if I'm honest here, but I should do a yawn count. Got a bit nippy. And we're off. They got this into a dual carriageway. It's not wide enough for a truck and a car in certain places. I mean, I got to literally cross the line to get past. It's not far from the military base. Training area. That's where we go in. So this is followed 3231. B3231. So no, you couldn't go down there. See, it's actually Crow Point, Toll Road. Didn't know that because he said to me, whatever you do, don't follow the signs for Crow Point, which is down there. See, Broughton Burrows, which is where we go in. But he said, don't go down that way. Some back bridges down there, and you've got no chance of the low loader. And it's a toll road as well, down to Crow Point. Now, Crow Point is like a point in the estuary, which has got a lighthouse on it and everything. There's good viewpoints and everything. You're right by the marshes. Well, I've done my research on that because I had a look last night, like, as you do. So we just got to come up here somewhere, and we've got a left-hand turn in coming up. I think it's set of traffic lights, then turn left. I think it is, if I remember, when I was looking at the map last night when I was planning my route in. I say I don't use a sat nav at all. I tend to memorise my routes. So I'll memorise it before I go. All in this occasion, I'd done it the night before, so I was a bit rusty and trying to memorise, trying to bring it back up from memory. That's where I was questioning myself, and it was, is it this way or that way? Good on anyway. Watch this blue car now, not this one. And we got to go up wide, so we got to leave this traffic come through. Watch the lights change now. So I'm ready, cross the line and committed. And it just comes through. Keep on coming, like. I had to wait for him and then make a turn. So make sure you don't hit any of the pedestrians. So when you're driving through places like this, you're quite wide, and if somebody's close to the pavement, you don't want to catch their clothing on your trailer or anything like that, or on the machine, and pull them down the road. So you've got to be really watchful of what you're doing and just take your time. That's all you got to do, is just take your time. Surprising how many blue cars it is. Follow this road up now. Trying to remember what was on it. I might have to just have a quick little pull in and have a little gander at the map again, a little refresh. Surf and Turf Pizza. So there's a turn in left by here, where this is the military way into it. Now he said you can go in this way. One of the drivers, I said, but he said that's the military, the way the military use into it. We want the other way where it says no military, and there's a haulage firm down there as well and everything. The road seems just to be a bit better. And this is the way the other driver said. That way's alright. It's not the best, but it's alright. You can get through. He said this way's a bit better, so we can see the down bit area, the marshes over that sort of area. So we're just coming up here now. Turn in we want is coming up. It was quite a tight turn in this, so I was like, you go wide for it. So it's not that. It's this spare. You can see trucks have been going in here because the marks on the floor that they've been going in with trailers. So we've got to go up really wide now. See, that's a good telltale sign. When you see them marks on the road, you know something big's good down there, and you know that you're going to be pretty much alright, unless he's already stuck down the lane and he can't get out, and then you're just going to queue up behind him. Hopefully we're right on the back end. Let's keep an eye on that. Just look in the mirror there, how close it was to the paved road. I think I know the rubber mat was scraping, but we didn't get to the metal, so that's good. You can see how tight the lane is. See how we got to be careful with stuff like, you know what I mean, because obviously the back of the trailer is quite low, so when you go down a little dip like that, you got to bear in mind that it might catch. And obviously coming down this road now, if we meet any cars, that's why I'm quite glad we're quite early up here. It is passing points, so that's good, but You know what I mean? Once I get to a point they've got to reverse back, I'm pretty much committed I ain't going to go back. Like, that's a narrow bridge, innit? Right down a bend, love. You're right down a bend. You would have been better off on a straight. She couldn't choose that though, but there we are. Some mace growing in the field there. Or corn as we know it. The good thing is when I was speaking to one of the other drivers today, which obviously this is his day-to-day job, he's been down here a few times, so you've given me a good heads up of what's down here and everything. You know what I mean? Like he said, it's just wide enough for you to get a truck down. He's not joking about that either. It's but I want to look at them. I'm hoping I can get these off quite quick, and I got a bit of time and I can go and have a look at them. D-Day landing mock-ups, because that'd be something else, wouldn't it? Look at them. Unfortunately, I didn't get to look at them. I was too far away from them where I was actually dropping this off. I was before the military area. But speaking about the other driver, when he's been down here a lot, it's always good to get information from other drivers, especially ones which have been to places like this before. That way, then you know what to expect. Like, you know what I mean? And, you know, if he said it's only for rigid, then I would have just gone back and handed the paperwork in and said, look, it's only for rigid. It's only trouble with these smaller jobs. Hopefully, the signal's looking good on the phone as well, so that's good. There's nothing worse than getting to a place where you've got to meet the person and your phone signal is non-existent. I think this is the haulage for him. Yeah, it's always a bad thing not having mobile phone signal, especially when you're trying to get hold of the customer when they're long reverse if you turn down the wrong road, isn't it? Like we go much further down, so we're actually going into where the military area is. Spud Shack Farm Shop. That's a bit hidden out of the way. It wasn't even a sign up at the top of the road to say it was down here. Cabbages on the right hand side growing in the field. I hope them things are quite close to this road now, innit? You know what I mean? I don't have to walk too far. Nothing worse than you get excited about it, and then all of a sudden, then it's a bloody 20-minute walk or something. I haven't got time for that today. It's like a couple of minutes up. I'll go to it, like, innit? This is why I didn't get to go and see it. It was just we got a car coming up too far away. There's pulling areas down there. There's a road down there as well, so we'll carry on going down. I was going to wait there for it, but we'll carry on going down because you can pull into the road area there as well, if need be. And I'll wait for me. It's only trouble with these lanes, they take a while to get down. I don't know why they... Look at the space. I'm taking up the entire road. Come up here. I don't know why I'm pointing, he can't see me. Come up here. Come on. Fuck. They wait in the most stupidest places thinking I can get past them when they don't realise how long I am and they've got to move out of my way. I can't move out of their way. They get frustrated and... Like she was waiting here for me to go past there here. That wasn't going to happen. So I think that's the other road. Remember when... I think that's the other road which comes down here for... Maybe that toll bit, or no, that's further down, that is. It is further down here. I say I get frustrated with other cars and, you know, I mean, how they don't think, like, they're not going to think, they don't know what trailer I've got on behind me or anything. I don't know why I get frustrated over them, like, and hey, that's the way it is, isn't it? Another. So we'll come down to this gate now, and give the guy a ring because the gates are shut. So we can give this guy a ring, and hopefully, I did say to him 9:30, so hopefully he isn't too far away. Or is it to open it up? Or do we pull into the car park? Or do we have to open the gate? Because we couldn't pull into there. Well, that seems promising. These
high
guys,
visits.
happy
It's always
days.
good to see high
Happy
visits.
days, we are. Is it coming in yours, eh? Happy days.
I've got the lock button. There we go. It's one of the perks about the job is taking the machines on and off. I do enjoy it. You get to drive a variety of machines, which makes it worthwhile. You wouldn't get to do that on a normal job. We can just get this off now. Good thing it wasn't raining, but it does pay off for the traffic later on.
Here's that thing.
Let's hand this over to him. That's that then.
Search and rescue.
It's always a fear of mine, not putting up this roll cage, because I've seen some drivers not putting up the roll cage and then reversing it off. What if you misjudged it and that roll cage was to, you misjudged and you were to roll over, you got nothing to protect you. So I always put it up. It's always at the back of my mind. It's like final destination sort of stuff if I didn't do it. So always make sure both pins are in and that it's all ready to go.
So on that motorway. Then let's get this on. Key in, no code for this.
You reverse these back and just line the front tyres up and just watch the back tyres either side then, and you're good to come back off it. So if you get a bit too excited, as they say, then what will happen is that you'll misjudge and obviously slip off a ramp set.
It's nice having a little bit of a pull in here just to get that trailer around. If that wasn't there, that would have been a bit tight. Right then, let's get out to this road. Let's get out there.
What you didn't see before that happened was I was there for about 15 minutes waiting for a load of cars to come in, which had followed this truck, which was also tipping in the same place as me. It took forever to get out of there. Not what I needed for the day.
Certain time. There's a lot of blind bends in this road. Oh, look at that, nice little straight. We can see where we're going. There's nothing coming down. They can see us.
Every now and then you can hear the branches just clip in the mirror.
Hopefully that Volvo's got space. Not really. Should be alright though. Yeah, I'll be alright on that. car can... Just reverse it back, leave him have a bit of space to get in the front, and then I can drive past him. A little space that he needs just to swing past us, and we got to go.
I've got a little bit of traffic around this sort of area. We've been in sort of traffic since Braunton when we came out. So I'm down on my terminal. Just coming across Ramsden Bridge now over the river. We've already been over the other bridge further up there.
Train down there, look.
And
like a train.
Yeah, we got this little bit of traffic now because it's obviously you're going to have that holiday period of traffic already kicking off. People coming back from holidays from last week, heading back. So if they were gone ill for Combe, they may come back this way. And I know there's a lot of places up there that you can go to. There's quite a few holiday parks, caravan parks, that sort of stuff. So it's it can be busy, especially around a town centre. I guess it can be busy as well, like so. Well, that wasn't really a good start. At least we're moving now. We've hit a shed load of traffic, an absolute shed load. So we're actually about 20 minutes behind from the time that we were supposed to get there. This crafty guy, he was on this side of the road earlier on. Now he's swapped sides. Catch people not wearing seatbelts and whatnot, speeding. Looks like he's about to park up, or he's got the back open, he hasn't got the front open. Yeah, the front open. We're just inside Clumpton at the moment. I did have a ridge driver when I come off a motorway there. Now he tried to say something to me and everything like that, but I wasn't in a position to stop with what he was on about.
Even to this day, I don't know what he was on about. I just know it was a lot of traffic around this this neck of woods. It was just mental. It was a start of things to come, to be honest with you.
Take it people got a habit of parking on the single yellow line and where are you going? He totally cut that corner then, didn't he?
A lot of these small villages have been bypassed now.
Like giving this guy a ring when I'm a bit closer. See where I've exactly got to go and get it from. The question is then whether I'll get home tonight then, because I'm burning up some driving hours now.
Yeah, it was starting to get a bit worried.
This sign just there, it's this is it on the left. But we'll hang fire a second.
The frustrating part was, I'd spoken to the guy. He said to me, this or this, it's down here. You got to take a left. But you just had to make sure that this is, it was the right place. This is why I got up the truck and had a look, like, to make sure first of all that I could get down there, like, you know what I mean. But the signs are pointing in there, entrance A and everything like that. You know what I mean? This is where we told we to come. But what was annoying was what happens afterwards.
What was it over there? Oh my god. I think it is that entrance anyway, so we'll give it a go now. That says entrance A and everything like that. That's what he said to do.
He tells me to come into this entrance, not even you, like, you know what I mean? Why didn't he meet me at the bottom of this road, like, you know? That's what's frustrating about this job. This job really wound me up a little bit. Like, I stayed calm, but I got wound up about it.
Just so grateful for rear steer sometimes.
Because this is wasting my time now on this day as well. Like, I only just got home after the end of this, but this was, I lost a lot of time doing this for no reason at all.
We haven't got to the point of no return, so we can still reverse back.
Always look for the point of no return. Ethical power, the power thing.
Questioning my choices at the moment.
To watch our tree on the way out. Now again, it's a bit tight. You can still get around though. If you have to reverse out, we get to the point where we need to have somewhere to turn around like. Otherwise the reverse would be difficult. But saying that though, it is a truck down here, so that's look promising, which is a rigid. I know. But I can turn there, so that's not a problem.
The thing is, you're always looking for points where you can turn around just in case you get to a point where they've underestimated your size, and you're like, you know what I mean? So you always look at that anyway. Final point, you know, where you can turn around and you know then, right, they can back in there and like turn around, get back out and whatnot. But it was lucky, you know, just up here is a main compound, so we managed to turn around there without an issue.
There's open space for us to turn around up there now.
A lot of time.
This machine apparently has got the diff lock on there. It looks like it can be a bit slip.
I don't get that so much of an issue now with the new Volvo which I'm driving.
Let's get onto the level a bit more.
This MEN when I was working.
I just got and he just said.
This MEN it was a nightmare for it because it was a mid-lift, which is absolute nightmare for it, losing traction.
Take me to this other one. And I said to him, oh, can I get there with this lorry? And they're like, yeah. There we are, no problem. So I gotta follow these guys in. Take a diff lock off, I don't need it on now.
This there was no need for me to come up here. They could have met me on the road. This was frustrating, this was. Need to come all the way up here. Anyway, while we're here, and while we're here, we can have a look at the new merch which is on the store down below, look. What do you think? That's the new Trucker Timbo hoodie. It's the contrast hoodie. We got a mug here as well. You can get it on the store. That's just down below. You can see it on the YouTube videos. Just down below, you can click on that then. These lanes that he was taking me down. Started questioning my choices.
In the middle of nowhere.
Yourself, oh, they could be up there. You're still looking at points of no return.
I'm glad they're showing me where I'm going, to be honest with you. I know it's taking a little bit of driving off me, but I wouldn't have found this.
Shouldn't have gone down there, to be honest with you.
Not without what, 3 words?
Definitely a rigid job, this one. Definitely a rigid job.
Where are we going? How big is this solar farm?
Very big solar farm. Well, it was over numerous fields. noticed this one here, there's a point of where I could turn around, but that would have been tight. You can see all of a sudden now is this field on the right hand side.
Tighter than I thought it was going to be. So we're going in here.
And just realised then, oh, can't turn around.
Better off reversing in, I think, isn't it? Could turn around down there, can you? What? Have to reverse in, is it?
It's surprising how busy this road was.
This car's doing. I'm gonna have to go back in.
So the only way to get past me is me get off the road. So of course he's got to go back.
Really think about me turning around, do they?
Otherwise he's got no choice, he can't get past me. And the thing is, after I complete this reverse, the workers...
this is going to be tight.
The workers, they then ask me to can I move out of the way so that they can go home. Where to? Where can I move to? You know, I can't move anywhere. I mean, I was quite frustrated after doing this because it's unusual for me to take a couple of shunts at the reverse, but I have to do it on this one.
My arch nemesis, is it? I was fencing.
You see how the trailer's just going on that much of an angle now, and I can't swing the front end around, so I wouldn't have been able to straighten up, so hence why I've got to have a little bit more of a shunt on it. But I could pull the trailer a little bit more tighter to the bank now, and then bring it back around, so... I get it in this one.
Take two.
It's very tight reverse, this is. I've been, you know, driving tractors and trailers since the age of 12, like this, so reversing isn't an issue with me, you know, reversing back like this or blindsiding and anything, you know, I can do both. It's not a problem, but it does get... I don't like hanging at the people
swing
up,
front end
and I'm holding that guy up,
sure,
and what you're about to see next is just like, well, I wasn't expecting to see that here.
In that front end around.
See how the trailer's going on a bit of an angle now, not just because I can't push it back straight, I've got to try to get the unit around. This is where I got to basically shunt it back and forward and back just to get that trailer in on a bit of an angle so I can get back out. So it's just small adjustments now just to straighten up the unit.
I love how cars come up in such a way that they've got to get past you, and yet you're still doing manoeuvres like.
Just complaining about that red car because he's moved forward, that's all.
We'll get back a bit. I mean, straighten up. Leave this car go past.
Looked up here, all of a sudden we got an ambulance with blue lights. In the middle of nowhere, an ambulance with blue lights. Why, like? Obviously I know it's an emergency and everything, but it's not something you'd expect on this road, like. So they move out of his way, you know, so I'm not holding him up. So lucky he turned up when he did. Otherwise I'd have been holding him up going from emergency.
Right, okay. I'll get it tucked off a little bit more.
Yeah.
Basically what he said is that because they're coming, he was on about his colleagues which wanted to get home.
Right, let's get this loaded.
I told him straight there, I was just like,
What a
no,
place.
where am I going to park
What a
this?
place.
You just wait, guys, you just wait.
Let's come up. We got all the buckets as well. Happy days, happy days. Right, let's get this loaded. I'm not going to film it. I just want to get out here now. Let's get it done. What a palaver that was. So
Certainly was.
we finally got out there. I got the machine on. And as soon as I put the ramps down, they come over to me and said, "Was there any chance you can move? Because we need to get we need to go home." No, you can wait. My ramps are down. I'm blocking the gate. And even if I did put my ramps up and pull out, where are you going to go? Because I'm as wide as the lane. So you'll have to wait for me anyway. So got the machine on. It was for half hour. Should have been 5 buckets, but it was 4 for some reason. Obviously, somebody to sort that out. There is another machine there anyway, so if it needs picking up, it could be picked up. And then, yeah, we got out of there. We weren't too bad coming out. They didn't have the traffic going through Clumpton like we did. We got on the motorway now, heading down. We're not too far away now from Exeter. We'll get that off. And then we'll be on our way then back home, and traffic is horrendous by the looks of it.
It was.
So I'll have roughly about 5.5 hours to get home on a 10.
I needed that as
It
well.
does mean I'll have to stop for another half hour as well, which means if that's 6 hours it takes me to get back, or roughly about 6 hours, that means it's an 8 o'clock finish tonight. That's a long day.
On a Friday too.
So we are... Oh, this is tonight. I'll try that. Probably not. There we are. So we've taped Sunbelt and we are on our way home. He just said to me now, he said, "Oh, if I known you I'd done it that way around, because of the way the traffic is, I would have said, oh, don't worry about the 5-tonner, I just had to struggle to go and get, like."
If only I'd known, I wouldn't have bothered.
But got it.
But they always say that, don't they?
And we've literally driven about a mile. We've hit traffic already.
The traffic already, look.
Just going up to the M5, it's taken us 30 minutes to do a 10-minute journey just to get on here, because how queuing the roundabout was. So you got to be a bit cheeky, you know.
How queuing the roundabout was. How queuing the roundabout was. What? No. How much of traffic was on the roundabout?
So the height advantage helps, and your size does help as well. But we're on the motorway now, thank goodness. Ideally I want to be in the next lane, because you'll have people cutting in at the last minute and bringing everything to a stop. And so we've literally just come to a stop, and it's before the services.
It was like this all the way back.
Ambulance has just gone up, which is never a good sign. We came to a stop, crawled a little bit further forward, but we've only, even though it says it was an hour delay, we've literally lost 10 minutes, if that. Probably about 10 minutes, I think, we lost there. Because we've made it up past Burnham-on-Sea. We've got Sedgemoor services coming up now shortly, and we're heading up towards Western Superway, and it's now like start and stop. Well, not start and stop, but it's slow, and then it speeds up again, and then slow, and then speeds up again, and that's the sort of thing that we be hitting. We get to there. Past Western Supermare, up the top of the hill, heading towards Portbury, and there's a little bit of traffic. It's 4 lanes come into 3 here, so it's kind of expected. So once we get past here, hopefully it'll pick up a bit. So I wasn't going to use the M49, but as you can see, I'm on the M49. The M5 is... Alright, well, let's put it this way. Where I got into this left-hand lane to come on and join on this, I must have passed about... nearly 2 mile, well, just over a mile of traffic anyway. So I thought to myself, okay, let's just bite the bullet. Let's see what the traffic is like on this one. Hopefully, because it's showing and it's bad on the traffic radar thing, whatever it is, then people will be going up the M5 to avoid it. That's what I'm hoping. And I'm hoping we're not gonna. I know we're gonna have a bit of traffic. I'm hoping we're not gonna have as much as what it says it is. So we are just coming up to the end of the M49. We have 1 hour and 10 minutes of driving left, and I don't think that's going to be enough somehow, because at the moment we're pushing on the borderline if we had a clear run. I know it takes about an hour to get from Llanwern to Port Talbot, bang on an hour, no traffic. So we'll be stopping on the way back to have a break and get diesel as well. We're down to a quarter of a tank now, so we'll be filling it up. Well, we got to Cardiff West and we ran out of time. Not time for the day though, time for a break. We got 2 minutes left. Just had some grub now. Foot long Italian thing from Subway, you know, the 3 meats. Can't remember the name of it, but it's really nice. Oh, pardon me. So we just had that for food, and then we got a couple more minutes, 1 more minute, and then we'll be on our way. Thank God for that. I tell you what, it's been one of them stressful weeks this week. Oh, it'd be nice to finish. Honestly, would be. What time's it now? 20 past 6. Be nice to get the car packed, stuff out the truck. 3 days off. We're on our way. And that's it. 1 hour 47. That's all we got left on a 10-hour drive.
Plenty of time. Plenty of time.
So really pumped the hours today, driving wise.
Not really. Just making it look dramatic.
You know, you're almost home when you see the fire-breathing dragon of South Wales.
Unfortunately not there anymore.
Talbot Steelworks.
So the Steelworks
is going to change.
Yeah, the steelworks are there, but the blast furnace is shut down. So it's a shame. You don't see any pollution there at all now.
Nah. It'll be a totally different place. Totally different place. And here we are. Back at the yard.
Almost back to where I used to work.
Already, look. It's to be expected. It is 7 o'clock at night. There's Beastie in the low loader. He's at a late one today as well, same as me. Pull in now and grab some AdBlue. And we make our way home then. Thank God. That's all I can say, is thank God. That's our brand new lorry on the right there.
About a year old now.
Brand spanking new. Well, not brand spanking new. It's a few months old now.
Nice truck.
There we are, back at the yard. Let's get some AdBlue and then park it up and get our stuff out. So that's the car starting to be packed. That is us done. Time to go home. Finito. Finished. Bye bye. Subject the card. We are done. So that is it. End of the finale episode and end of this series. Let me know in the comments what you think. Shall I do this again? And let me know. Yeah, let me know in the comments what you think and whether or not I should do this series again. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, the usual chit chat, and we'll see you all in the next episode.
Bye-bye for now. Catch you later. See, hopefully you enjoyed that. It's again, it's one of the episodes that is underappreciated by YouTube, to be honest with you. So that's why I want to bring it back as a revisit. So if you want to watch a video, like I said, just go and have a look at a week with Timbo, and select the Friday. That's the one to watch. That's the one we just watched. It's quite a good episode, and it's nice to revisit these back ones. Let me know if you want to see more of this, where we revisit these episodes, and you can get a bit more of an insight to it then, with me doing a little bit of a voiceover and watching it with you, so to speak. And maybe, should we do these on a live stream, maybe, where we watch an episode together or something? Let me know what you think in the comments, and maybe we can work and do it maybe on a Saturday or something like that. Do a live stream, and you can ask questions then when we watch through the episode together. That's something that we could do. Is something in the pipeline that we could do. I just got to change a few things, like the green screen behind me. I'd have to change the lighting on that because it's not blending in too well, that sort of thing. But yeah, like I said earlier on, with the merch, you can get that on the store, just below the video. So that's the merch, and yeah, just like and subscribe to the channel. And if you want to help the channel out a bit more, just click on the join button below, or think about hitting the super thanks button, or click on the description below, and you can go and buy us a coffee, which would be really appreciated. But thank you very much for watching. Let us know what you think, whether we should do this as a live stream, or whether you want to see another revisited video. As a live stream, you can ask us questions in the chat and stuff like that, so we can go through it, and I can answer the questions then as we go along. So something that we could do. Let us know in the comments what you think. But that's it for us, and thank you very much for watching, and bye bye for now.